The United States has suspended deliveries of equipment for the F-35 to Turkey because of Ankara's decision to buy Russian anti-aircraft missile system S-400. Washington has demanded from Turkey to abandon the S-400. As long as Turkey will not take an unequivocal decision to abandon the purchase of Russian S-400, the activities associated with maintaining the combat readiness of the Turkish F-35 stop, said the representative of the U.S. Defense Department, Lieutenant Colonel of the Air Force Mike Andrews. At the same time, our dialogue with Turkey on this important topic will continue. Turkey is a partner, U.S. production stealth fighter bombers the F-35 along with other NATO countries. The first two F-35 Turkey received in June 2018, only Ankara has ordered 100 F-35A, the most simple, lightweight and cheap modification of the F-35. The Pentagon has explained the refusal to supply to Turkey by the need to ensure that a possible exit from the program to create the F-35 will not affect the deliveries of the fighters to other countries. Turkey manufactures parts of the fuselage, chassis and displays for the cockpit of a fighter. Reuters sources familiar with the process of making the F-35 and the U.S. position on this issue, saying that Turkey in the production chain can replace the other country. We are very sorry about the current situation, which was our affiliate program the F-35, but defense takes reasonable steps to protect the investments that have been invested in our most important technology, said acting Pentagon spokesman, Charles Summers. He called Turkey's decision to purchase Moscow S-400 as unacceptable. The U.S., he said, has taken precautions to ensure the sustainability of the production chains of the F-35. The Pentagon currently looking for other sources of supply of components for fighters is Turkish, said Summers. Earlier on Monday Reuters, citing sources reported that the United States made a first concrete step through Ankara's plans to buy Russian S-400 system and stop the supply of equipment for Turkish F-35 fighter. Sources Reuters and Bloomberg on condition of anonymity said that we are talking about the termination of deliveries to the Ankara trainer that Turkish pilots have to learn flying on the F-35. The decision to cut off supplies to Turkey components for the joint program for production of fighter aircraft, the Pentagon announced on the eve of the summit of foreign ministers of the NATO countries, which will be held this week. It should take part in Foreign Minister of Turkey Mevlut Cavusoglu. The US and its NATO allies fear that the radar S-400 learned to track is made by stealth technology, the F-35 that will make the fighter vulnerable to Russian anti-aircraft missile system. At the State Department in April 2018, warned Turkey about the consequences of acquiring S-400 in Moscow. In particular, Ankara threatened with getting hit by sanctions in accordance with the law COTSA on countering the enemies of America sanctions. Turkey in 2017 signed a contract with Russia for delivery of S-400 at $2.5 billion. It was the first contract a member country of NATO to the Russian arms. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan stated in February that is not going to cancel. There can be no question to turn back. It's done, he said. We have made clear that we will not sit idly by when the allies get a weapon in our opponents. We can't defend the West if our allies will depend on the purchase of weapons in the East, reacted to his statement by Vice President Mike Pence. Anti-aircraft S-400 Triumph, now it is in service only with the Russian army. Contracts for their supply have been concluded with China, Turkey and India being negotiated with Saudi Arabia. The delivery of S-400 to Turkey is planned for July.